Yes, I'm back and I'm going in on Stephen Coon Smith. Back at it again. Let's hear what he had to say about Kaepernick not voting.
You know who didn't bring it? Colin Kaepernick. He's been on the forefront of social activism of late in choosing not to stand for the national anthem in protest of police brutality against African Americans. So when Colin Kaepernick said he has not and will not vote in this presidential election, it left many scratching their head as to how he can be socially conscious yet not vote. Kaepernick has previously expressed his displeasure with both candidates in the presidential election. Stephen A., did he betray his cause?
He absolutely betrayed his cause. As far as I'm concerned, Colin Kaepernick is absolutely irrelevant. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to hear from him again. I don't want to hear a damn word about anything that he has to say about our nation, the issues that we have, racial injustices, needing change, etc., etc. He comes across as a flaming hypocrite. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not interested in a damn word that he has to say. And quite frankly, I hope he goes away. He's lucky to be in the league right now. He's 0-3 as a starter this year, only completing 52% of his passes. He hasn't won a game. He doesn't look good at the quarterback spot. I don't care about Rust. I don't care about anything else. My days of rooting for him have come to an end. And here is why. You know something? Max Kellerman, as an African American in this country, you have to be sensitive to the fact that civil rights legislation was passed in the mid-60s. Okay? When we talk about the battles that have been fought, the things that have happened to people, what they've had to endure, the fact that folks ended up dying for the right for him to have the right to vote in this great country of ours.
Okay, let's stop right there. Again, our ancestors died for the right. And it wasn't even just for the right. They died for a change. Yeah, like y'all painting the narrative as just we just wanted to vote and that's it. No, they died for change and to have a right. Again, it's not mandatory. It's not an obligation. And number two, this country ain't great, so you need to shut that coon talk up, that too. But let's continue.
You have the opportunity to vote. And what exactly is voting all about? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what voting is? You know what? Do you not understand that that's the reason why we're the greatest country on the planet Earth?
No, it's not.
It's not just because of our wealth. It's not just because of the resources that we have available.
You hear what he sounds like a coon. This is what Malcolm was talking about. Talking about what wealth do melanoid people have in this country? What wealth? That's they wealth. See, that goes back to what Malcolm was talking about. You got niggas out here in the 21st century still talking like a fucking Sambo plantation coon. Like when Massa used to get sick, you will hear a coon ass slave like this. Stephen A. go to Massa. Oh, Massa, we sick, boss. Is we sick, Massa? Just put your head on my chest, Massa. Just tell me what's wrong with you, Massa. We sick. Sounding like a fucking coon. That's why I continue to contemplate. Like, are we in 1816 or 2016? Because I really can't tell the way these coon ass niggas is talking. Let's continue.
To us, it's because we have the power to change and manipulate the course, not just of our lives, but of generations to come, because of the voice that we have through the vote to provoke change. If anybody in this country should appreciate that more, it is African Americans, because that right wasn't something that was always bestowed upon us. Okay. You're Colin Kaepernick.
And women.
And women, absolutely, because women didn't have the right to vote. Absolutely.
Till long after African American men did, and think of how racist the country was back then.
That is correct. That is correct. So knowing all of this, and then having the audacity to kneel for the national anthem, talking about how you won't stop until there is change that take place, but ignore the very thing, the most poignant thing you can fathom to help facilitate that change, and you play no active role in that. It's inexcusable. When President Obama was campaigning...
Alright, this video's too long. Him nigga-splaining on that coon shit. Voting, number one, your vote doesn't count. Because like I broke it down on my social media. Y'all remember, my old heads listening, y'all remember when Al Gore lost to Bush. Just like Hillary lost to Trump. Gore and Hillary had the same thing in common. What was that? they had the most popular votes. But since Bush, like Trump, had more electoral college votes, he got in. So what does that say? Once again, your vote doesn't fucking count. And he's talking about, oh, you could have voted the smart change, the blah, blah, blah. Nigga explaining. Nigga. We didn't get out of chattel slavery from a vote. The Haitians didn't start the Haitian Revolution from a vote. You didn't get out of redlining, sundown laws, desegregate. You didn't get out of none of that from a vote. You got out of all that from blood, sweat, and tears. But we so brainwashed and taking in the poison America's giving you, they go, oh, just go vote and shit, it's gonna change. No. And why would Kaepernick vote if he explained to you this?
The two presidential candidates that we currently have also represent the issue that we have in this country right now. I mean, you have Hillary, who's called black teens or black kids super predators. You have Donald Trump, who's openly racist. We have a presidential candidate who's deleted emails and done things illegally and is a presidential candidate. That doesn't make sense to me, because if that was any other person, you'd be in prison. So what is this country really standing for?
So if he already told you he wasn't interested in either candidate because they're open white supremacists, why would he vote? Why would you go to the same system and put a vote in for a new oppressor? The system that you claim that is oppressing you, why would he go to that system for a candidate who's just going to continue to oppress us? Like that, it makes no sense. And we can't fathom that for some reason, collectively. You got these coon ass niggas on these platforms, and they do that. I told y'all, Master's a wicked devil. He puts these coon ass niggas like Stephen A. Charles Barkley on these platforms to shit on Illinois people. And I don't understand why we let them back in our communities. We don't hold none of these coons accountable. We don't hold Jesse Jackson's agent ass accountable, Al Sharpton's agent ass. We don't hold none of these coons accountable. We need to start chasing them down and whooping ass. Because when that right Republican went in the Trump's Klan rally and held that sign and saying, I'm a Republican, but I'm against Trump, Trump said, get that motherfucker out of here and whoop his ass on the way. And they whooped his ass. We need to start doing that. You see a neo-Nazi collaborator like Stephen Coon Smith or any other of these coons out here shitting on Illinois people, we need to start whooping their ass. Send a message. Like, you ain't going to sit on a white supremacist platform, be a mascot for white supremacy, shit on us, and then come back to the community, act like everything's all cool, like, oh, we all black, we a part of the struggle type shit. Nah, nigga. You gotta get the fuck on. You ain't playing both sides of the fence. Either you with us, or you with them crackers against us. So if that's the case, you can get your ass whooped, and then you go back to sucking white dick and kissing white ass, and baking biscuits for massa. Get the fuck on. Fuck Stephen Coon Smith. I wish, again, you coons out there, just do us all a favor. I promise you, you won't be missed. I promise. Just end it all. Do it. I hate these niggas, man. In the comments, subscribe. Share the fucking video.